So today we'll be making a live demo of Voice AI that will do an outbound call from US or Canada and outside of it region. In this case, it will be Canada to Philippines. So let me hit the submit button as a trigger, and we'll just wait for Voice AI to call. Alright, so it's already calling now, and I will answer.
Hi, this is Sarah, an AI appointment scheduling assistant from DG Canada Immigration. You recently showed interest but didn't finish booking an appointment. Are you still interested? I can help you schedule one now.
Okay, who's this again?
Thanks for asking. I'm Sarah, an AI appointment scheduling assistant from DG Canada Immigration. I'm here to help you book a free consultation with our immigration team.
Alright,
Would you
so,
like to schedule an appointment?
okay, alright, about that,
Got it.
how about let's book it on next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. It's afternoon here.
Thanks for that. You'd like to book your free consultation on Wednesday next week at 3 p.m. your time, right? Let me check
Yes.
available slots for that day and time. I have Wednesday, July 15th at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., or 10 p.m. available. Which time works best for you?
Okay, so I remember now, you're in Montreal, following Eastern time. So let me adjust my time. How about let's do it at 11:30 p.m.
I found Wednesday, July 15th at 11:30 p.m., 11 p.m., or 10:30 p.m. available. Would you like to book your appointment for 11:30 p.m.?
Yeah, 11:30 p.m.
Your appointment with DG Canada Immigration is confirmed for Wednesday, July 15th at 11:30 p.m. your time. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let me just check. I think I'm busy that day. Okay, so it's already here, 11:30. Can you make it Friday 9 p.m.?
I found Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., or 10 p.m. available. Would you like to move your appointment to 9 p.m. on that day?
Yes, please.
Your appointment has been moved to Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m. your time. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Uh, Sorry, I just changed my mind again. Just please cancel the booking.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll cancel your appointment for Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m. One moment, please. Your appointment for Friday, July 17th at 9 p.m. has been successfully canceled. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Okay, bye. So, if we're going to check in my calendar, it's already canceled. It did rescheduling, and then eventually it canceled my appointment booking. So it's already clear in here on Friday at 9 p.m. So I'm going to show you the back-end system of Voice AI appointment system that I integrated with GoHighLevel, Retell AI, and n8n. So this process has actually 5 steps. First, GoHighLevel collects the data, then n8n executes the workflow, Retell AI conducts the call, n8n gets the calendar slots and decides whether it will book an appointment, reschedule, and cancel appointment. So just to show you, everything starts with a trigger, which is the form submitted. In here, there is no await step, so right away the webhook will fire as an action. It will send data to n8n, which is also a webhook via post authentication. So after n8n has received the data, it will then be directed into another node, which is it will validate all the information that GoHighLevel have sent. So, for example, the phone number, the time zone, the date, the correct local date, lead. So let's say for example, the contact number is not valid, it will then be redirected into an error. So if it is correct, then it will then be directed into a HTTP request wherein it will call Retell AI an API that will do an outbound call. So it will give from GHL, it will give details to Retell, the contact ID, the number that it needs, all the dynamic variables that it needs to do the call. So after the call has been successful, there are two nodes which in it will save the call ID and it will just basically tell GoHighLevel that it was able to successfully book. So let's go here, which is the more important ones, which is the dispatcher webhook. It will then receive the functions that's needed for Retell AI to do the conversation. And let me just show you real quick. This is the Retell agent. This is the prompt that's needed for the call. But more importantly, we have the functions: get availability, schedule appointment, get appointment, and cancel and reschedule. And this it has all the details, like for example, the start date, the time zone, the calendar ID, and everything. So after every function is validated, it will then be redirected into a switch node wherein it will decide to get availability and schedule appointment. If everything is valid, if all the information is valid, like for example this one, I said in the call July 17, 9 p.m. It will then look into the GoHighLevel calendar slots, which is all this one. Everything here is available. So just quickly before to be able to set up this HTTP request, we always have to go back to the high-level documentation v3, which is we need to input everything that's in here. As you can see, calendar ID. We also have query parameters, time zone, user ID. Everything is there. And of course, the private integration authentication. So after we were able to format, the Retell AI will then suggest 3 time slots, which is 9 p.m., 9:30, and 10 p.m. So after we have confirmed the availability of the slot, we will now schedule the appointment based on the chosen slot that the lead has gave the Retell agent, the AI. So in here, there are two things we have to look up first. There's actually a lot of nodes here. These are decision nodes, code nodes, and if nodes. Basically what it does is, before we finally create an appointment, we also have to make sure that we have the validation of the booking request, because what we want to avoid here is to book the wrong appointment time. We want to avoid the wrong appointment date, and sometimes it books appointment 2 years from now, and sometimes it books appointment 2 years back. So this validate booking request does that, and more importantly, it asks again as a backup plan if it's valid. So if it's valid, then another thing that we have to make sure is the contact duplication. This node will ask if the contact exists, then we just use the provided contact ID. But what if, for example, that contact is not existing in the CRM? Then what it will do is it will create GHL contact. So those are the two things that we have to consider first before we book an appointment. It's the validation of the booking, and also we have to make sure all the details here is complete: contact ID, full name, phone, email, start time, time zone. So now we have filled everything, we have validated, we have make sure that the contact is complete here. We can now proceed to HTTP request, create GHL appointment. So again, to create the GHL appointment, we'll have to go back to high-level API documentation V3, in which we're, for this one, it's create GHL appointment. Then we'll have to go to the calendars, create calendar. So basically, you have to copy and paste everything in here, header parameters, body, and all that stuff. It's just a copy and paste. So after we have, it has confirmed appointment booking, it will just save all the data, the appointment ID, start time, contact ID status, and also it will report back into GHL. That's the moment you will see there's a calendar and there's an appointment in the GoHighLevel calendar. So the same thing goes in here. If you reschedule or cancel an appointment, for this one, if we go back one step, the flow goes to reschedule appointment. It validates, create contacts, updates, GoHighLevel appointment, and then eventually it says successful. So in our case, what we did a while ago was we canceled the appointment. So it validated the request first to avoid API failures. Then it will then tell GHL that, hey, cancel my appointment. It will be via HTTP request, and it will save the appointment ID, and then eventually it will say successful. If you look at the GoHighLevel calendar, the appointment will be cancelled and it will be deleted from there. So basically that's the quick walkthrough of what I did for the integration. There's a lot to cover into this one, and also in setting it up. So I hope you learned something from this just quickly, and see you on my next video.